Hi guys, today we are going to listen an interesting chapter, that is force and pressure. Now we are going to see the types of forces. First type is contact force and the second type is non-contacting force. First of all, we are going to see contact force. Force that come into action after the interaction between objects is called the contact force. Example, pushing a car, hitting the ball, etc. Now, types of contact force. Muscular force, friction force are the different types of contact force. The force resulting due to the action of muscles is known as the muscular force. We can say force resulting because of action of muscle is called muscular force. Here is the example. When we push the object like school bag, we use the muscular force. The next type is friction force. The force responsible for changing the state of motion of object is the force of friction. The force of friction always acts on all the moving objects and its direction is always opposite to the direction of the motion. Force of friction comes into action only after the interaction between two objects. Thus, it is a type of contact force. Example, a ball rolling along the ground gradually slows down and finally comes to rest. The other type of force is non-contact force. A non-contact force is any force applied to an object or body by another body that is not in direct contact with it. Example, a magnet can pull an iron nail from a distance. Examples of non-contact force are magnetic force, electrostatic force, gravitational force, etc. First type is magnetic force, the force that exists between two magnets caused by the interaction of their magnetic fields. This force causes the magnets to attract or repel on another. A magnet can exert a force on another magnet without being in contact with it. Example, opposite poles of two magnets attract each other and same poles repel each other. The next type is electrostatic force. The force exerted by a charged body on an uncharged or another charged body is known as electrostatic force. A positively charged body attracts a negatively charged body and repels when it is reversed. The electrostatic force will occur even when the bodies are not in contact. Gravitational force. Hold a coin on your hand and drop it suddenly. So what happens? The coin starts moving downwards. Because of what? Which is that force? That force is called the gravitational force. Gravitational force is an attractive force that acts on all objects. It is not a property of Earth alone. In fact, every object in the universe, whether small or large, exerts a force on every other object. Next, we are going to study pressure. Pressure is the ratio of force into the surface area over which it is exerted. The pressure is given by force by area. From the formula above, we can say that with same applied force, pressure is indirectly proportional to the area. Thus, pressure decreases with increase in area and increase with decrease in area. Let us see an example. When we cut an apple, we need to use the sharp edge of the knife instead of blunt knife because the sharp edge of knife has small surface area and we need to exert less force with high pressure to cut the apple. Now, pressure exerted by liquid and gases. Liquid and gas can also exert pressure on inner walls of the container in which they are kept. Consider this example. When air is filled, a rubber balloon gets inflated from all the sides. This happens due to air on gas exerts pressure over inner walls of the balloon. Water starts leaking if there is a pore in the bottle. This happens due to water exerts pressure over the walls of the bottle. Now, atmospheric pressure. As we know, there is air all around us. This envelope of air is known as the atmosphere. The atmospheric air extends up to many kilometers above the surface of the earth. The pressure exerted by this air is known as the atmospheric pressure. Example, a blown up balloon is a good example of atmospheric pressure. The air pressure inside the balloon is higher than the atmospheric pressure. The balloon is made up of elastic material, so it expands because the pressure is equal in all directions. Okay guys, I hope all of you understood this session. We will reach you on the next session. Bye.